What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. We've got a massive MMA news update packed with drama, controversy, injuries, and huge fight talk, so make sure you stay until the end. Let us jump straight into the biggest stories right now. Justin Gaethje shuts down Dustin Poirier fight rumors. Let's start with Justin Gaethje, who just shut down what he is calling complete fake news surrounding a potential fight with Dustin Poirier. After UFC 3-star war, reports start circulating about an interaction between Dustin Poirier and Josh Thompson, where Dustin supposedly said he would be open to running it back with Gaethje for another fight. Not long after that, the MMA rumor mill exploded with claims that Justin was interested and had already responded positively to the idea. According to an interview that was attributed to Bloody Elbow, Justin was quoted as saying that if the UFC offered the fight, he would accept it, but that it was something he was particularly excited about. The quote suggested that Justin respected Dustin as a warrior, but that his focus was on moving forward in his career rather than revisiting old battles. Everything seemed normal until Justin Gaethje himself came out and completely denied the quote. An account called Championship Round posted the supposed statement on X, and Justin immediately fired back, saying he never said any of that and calling the report 100% fake news. That response instantly confused fans and the MMA community because Bloody Elbow had presented the comments as an exclusive interview. It would be extremely unusual for a respected outlet to completely fabricate a quote, which is why many people believe there was likely a misunderstanding, miscommunication, or missing context in the reporting process. For now, Justin has made it clear that he doesn't agree with how the situation was reported, and his focus is locked in on what's next in his career, not revisiting old rivalries. And before we move on, make sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for daily MMA news updates. Gene Silva confirms fallout with Mauricio Ruffi. Next up, we've got a surprising and emotional situation involving Gene Silva and Mauricio Ruffi. Silva has confirmed that the two are no longer close and that their relationship has completely broken down. In a recent interview, Silva opened up about the fallout, revealing that something happened between them that caused a serious rift. He did go into specific details, but he made it clear that the situation goes much deeper than a simple disagreement. Silva suggested that there are internal problems involved and hinted that something deeply rooted is wrong with Ruffi. While he avoided exposing anything publicly, he stressed that he wants distance and believes it as best for both of them to go their separate ways. He said he hopes Ruffi also wants that same distance, and if Ruffi still claims to care about him, Silva hopes that feeling is genuine. But at the same time, Silva emphasized that whatever connection they once had is completely over. Despite the tension, Silva had some positive things to say. He described Ruffi as a kid with massive star potential and someone who is capable of doing great things in the sport. However, he also expressed concern about internal issues and encouraged Ruffi to seek professional help. Silva even shared that he personally sees a psychiatrist once a week and believes more fighters should be open about mental health. He stressed that seeking help should not be seen as a weakness and hopes Ruffi finds the right support system. To close it out, Silva made one thing crystal clear. The idea of Gene Silva and Mauricio Ruffi as a unit no longer exists. That connection is gone, and there's no going back. Ian Gary sparks massive backlash over Shavkat comments. Now let's talk about Ian Gary, who is facing serious backlash after taking shots at Shavkat Rakhmonov following a shocking UFC ranking update. After the latest rankings were released, fans were stunned to see that Shavkat was no longer ranked at welterweight. This came shortly after reports surfaced that he could be sidelined for close to a year due to a serious knee injury. Fans were especially confused because other fighters like Colby Covington are still ranked, despite not competing in over 400 days. On top of that, John Morgan pointed out that Shavkat was missing from the UFC's eligible testing pool, even though he was listed just a week earlier, which led many to believe there must be more going on behind the scenes. When the news dropped, Ian Gary took to social media and fired a shot at Shavkat, writing that Shavkat was eliminated in their title eliminator. Later that same day, Ian reposted a video of himself landing an oblique kick on Shavkat's knee and claimed that he destroyed Shavkat's career That post did not sit well with fans. The reaction was intense, especially since Ian had previously shown respect towards Shavkat, even interacting with him positively during past events. Many fans felt it was a bad look to act friendly in person and then boast online about potentially ending someone's career. The MMA community did not hold back. Fans called the post disgusting, saying no fighter should ever celebrate a career-threatening injury. Even some of Ian's supporters admitted that he crossed a line and that there was no upside to making that kind of comment. Some fans also pointed out that Shavkat had previously taken shots at Ian, questioning his legitimacy and lack of recent finishes, which could have left lingering resentment. But most people agreed that taking shots about injuries goes too far. Trash talk is part of the sport, but celebrating injuries crosses a boundary. And now Ian Gary is facing heavy criticism as fans demand a higher level of respect. Diaz claims he will be champion again. Moving on. We've got an update from Diaz, who hasn't competed since 2001 but believes his best days are still ahead. Despite the long layoff, Diaz is confident that he will become a world champion again. Speaking during an interview at the Baja Rehab Center, he said that this time feels different and promised fans a completely new version of himself when he returns. Diaz explained that the changes he has made mentally and physically have put him in a stronger position than ever before. He said he would have made it this far in life or in his career if he truly believed something could stop him. Whether it's opponents, personal struggles, or past obstacles, Diaz insists none of it defines his future. He emphasized that his mindset is focused on growth and improvement, believing he gets better every single year and every single day. His message was clear. He is confident, motivated, and fully committed to chasing another championship before his career ends. Chimaev calls out Pereira and Jones. Next, we've got Khamzat Chimaev, who was asked which fight he would rather take next, Alex Pereira or Jon Jones. Khamzat made it clear that his main focus is Alex Pereira. He claimed that he's been trying to catch Pereira and suggested that Pereira has been avoiding the matchup. He joked that Pereira runs faster than him and keeps finding ways to stay away. Even with that frustration, Khamzat sounded confident and unfazed by whoever stands across from him. When the topic shifted to Jon Jones, Khamzat said it does matter who the opponent is. His mindset stays the same every time. Go in, dominate, and smash everybody. His comments once again reinforced his belief that he is a problem for anyone in front of him. Cejudo and Usman debate Chimaev versus Pereira. The conversation around a potential fight between Chimaev and Pereira continued to grow. And now, Henry Cejudo and Kamaru Usman have weighed in. Speaking on their podcast, Cejudo said he believes Chimaev would win the matchup and that stylistically, it's a great fight for him. He even suggested Pereira would not want that fight because the style clash does favor him. Usman pushed back slightly and compared the situation to how people once felt about certain stylistic matchups, but Cejudo stood firm, pointing out that many of Pereira's opponents have been stylistically favorable for him. Cejudo also mentioned rumors that Pereira is walking around at nearly 230 pounds, suggesting that if he has outgrown his division, moving up could make sense. However, both agreed that Chimaev should handle business in his own division first before moving up. Jon Jones reveals severe hip arthritis. Now, for a genuinely emotional update. Jon Jones has revealed serious health issues that shut down any talk of a potential match with Daniel Cormier outside the UFC. During the latest season of AOLF Global, tensions flared between Jones and Cormier, and for a moment, a wrestling match seemed realistic. But Jon has now revealed that he is dealing with severe arthritis in his hip and already qualified for a hip replacement. He explained that most people don't realize how bad the situation is. His hip is covered in arthritis, and even his last training camp left him in extreme pain. He said there were nights he went to bed hurting badly after pushing his body. Jones also shared that he has a 3-year-old baby boy and wants to preserve his health so he can be active in his childless life. Instead of risking further damage in competition or exhibitions, he wants to save his mobility for his family. It is a rare glimpse into the physical toll of elite fighting, and for Jon Jones, protecting his health now outweighs any comeback spectacle. Michael Morales sends message to Islam Makhachev. Next up, Michael Morales has sent a message to Islam Makhachev as the debate over the next welterweight title challenger heats up. Morales revealed that he saw Islam backstage at UFC Trade and was surprised by how small he looked in person. He said Islam looked similar in size to Sean Brady, whom Morales had just defeated by first-round TKO. Morales explained that Islam looked smaller than expected but also more muscular after moving up to welterweight. He warned that Islam should not be overconfident, saying his size could be both an advantage and a disadvantage. He acknowledged that Islam might be quicker and dangerous with takedowns, but Morales sounded confident in his ability to handle that style. He said he focuses on hip control, distance management, and keeping fights standing. Morales believed his height, reach, and range control could be major factors and that Islam's smaller frame could become a disadvantage if he can dictate the distance. Overall, Morales respects Islam's skill set but sees clear openings in a potential matchup. UFC Mexico main event canceled. Finally, we've got a huge update on UFC Mexico. The original main event has been officially canceled after ASU Makhachev pulled out of his fight against Brandon Moreno due to an arm injury suffered during training. Makhachev confirmed the injury and said it happened just 2 days before the fight. He emphasized that injuries don't come with warnings and that this was not a decision he took lightly. He also stated that he has never withdrawn from a fight before and that his preparation had been going extremely well. He reassured fans that he still has 5 fights left on his contract and plenty of exciting battles ahead, closing his message by saying fate cannot be avoided. After the cancellation, several fighters offered to step in, including Brandon Royval, Charles Johnson, and Islam Makhachev. The UFC ultimately chose to bring in Loner Kavanagh, which confused many fans, especially since he is coming off a knockout loss to Johnson. It later became clear that Charles Johnson was unable to receive medical clearance due to a recent fight, which is why he approved to step in on short notice. That is it for today's MMA Pulse News. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe for daily MMA updates, and comment below with your thoughts on today. Stories. See you in the next one.